Welcome to Online Business Education with your host, Bob Caspi. This module continues the explanation of alternative methods used to launch new category products. Companies often prefer direct marketing because it provides them with direct access to their customers. That, in turn, offers them the potential of lower marketing costs for future product releases. Specifically, we will be next examining the use of direct marketing. All direct marketing methods, regardless of the media selected, do the same thing. They educate the customer to the problem, describe the value, and provide the transaction. The goal in direct marketing is that the manufacturer, or brand, sells the product directly to the customer, bypassing retail distribution, which is notoriously bad at new categories. And instead, it invests the additional margin into marketing. The result is that each ad that is run is paid for by the sales that it generates. After doing this process for several years, the brand and product become adequately understood by the public that one can introduce the product through normal retail channels and abandon direct marketing if desired. Direct marketing products are usually marked up quite a bit to pay for the expensive media that is used to deliver the message and drive the sale. Typical ratios might be 7-to-1, selling price to manufacturing cost, as compared to retail distribution, which might be more typically a ratio of 2 or 3-to-1. One can consider media advertising to be of two general classifications: push, where the advertisement arrives unsolicited and attempts to inform and convince the customers of their need, versus pull, where the customer self-identifies as having need, either through an active search or by walking into a specific retail establishment. Clearly, pull has higher media efficiency, but it also has higher cost. For cases where the customer transaction value is high, for example, finding a new dentist or lawyer or accountant, the marketeer can justify a high customer acquisition cost, and SEM and SEO can be quite effective. Direct marketing has been around a long time, and as such, the methodologies are fairly uniform. The ad always starts by defining the pain, then offers the solution. Next, some sort of testimonial evidence is provided, possibly a demo. Then the transaction is defined, and finally the call to action is offered. Let's look at an ad to see all of the features as they appear. This is a traditional infomercial by one of the best, Billy Mays, who died several years ago.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean, the stain specialist. Powered by the air you breathe, activated by the water that you and I drink. It's Mother Nature approved, then it's safe on your colored fabrics. Use it on carpets. OxyClean seeks out organic stains, pet stains, food stains. They get down into the matting, into the padding. It even takes red wine and grape juice out of white carpeting. It cleans, it brightens, and eliminates odors all at the same time. Don't just get it clean. Get it OxyClean. Make a paste, make it 10 times as powerful. The longer you let it set, the easier it is. It'll whiten your grout and get rid of your toughest stains. Sometimes soaking is the solution. If you use bleach, you ruin your clothes. OxyClean won't hurt the material, even lace. It has the power of bleach without the damaging side effects of chlorine. When your laundry detergent just isn't enough, supercharge it with OxyClean. 1 scoop in every load of laundry, it'll make your whites whiter. It'll make your brights brighter. As a stain remover, it's the best. Grass stains, clay stains. Long live your laundry. OxyClean, the stain specialist. We've sold millions of our 2.5-pound tubs for $40. But if you call now, we'll cut the price in half, only $19.95. You'll also receive a squirt bottle and a super chamois absolutely free. If you call during this show, you'll receive a bottle of our world-famous Orange Clean, made with pure orange oil. It cuts through the grease and the grime, whether it's baked on in the oven or caked on the stove. You get all this for just $19.95, but call in the next 20 minutes and we'll supersize your OxyClean from a 2.5-pound tub to a whopping 6-pound bucket, nearly triple the amount. But you gotta call now. Here's how to order.
There are many media types that can be used to reach customers directly. Here's a brief list. It includes the internet, infomercials on TV or radio, print advertising, typically with lots of text because it has to deliver a lot of information, direct mailers with lots of text, outbound telephone. Direct belly-to-belly selling by your salespeople is also a form of direct marketing, and multi-tier marketing is a form of direct marketing as well. But more interestingly, here's a table published by the Direct Marketing Association that compared 12 different media types and the returns that they offer. Note that outbound telephone has the highest return on investment, but in the U.S., unsolicited telephone calls are becoming illegal. Dimensional mail is something thicker than a simple envelope and is more likely to be opened. DRTV is commonly known as infomercials. Companies often do comparative media testing with small budgets to see how the internet, TV, mail, or email or others might compare in total customer acquisition cost. Note that some have lower lead generation costs but higher closing costs, or vice versa. Often companies will start with the media choice that offers the lowest customer acquisition cost and then work up as that method starts to saturate. The media budget over time might look like this. Media efficiency, or how you select the audience that you're going to pay to communicate with, can have a huge impact on the cost of your campaign. There's a separate module on the issue of raising your media efficiency. When designing an ad, start by defining the goal. For less expensive products, it might be to close the sale. For most campaigns, however, the goal of the ad is to get the customer to engage either by phone or online, and then the goal of the next stage is to close the sale. All ads use tracking mechanisms so that you can measure the ad's effectiveness. The call to action, or CTA, is the most important part of the process. You must always use a compelling reason to close the sale now. It's not simply, for example, saying that there's a sale on or something's for free, but rather that the sale or free add-on will disappear if you do not move quickly. The CTA must have an expiration time as part of it. Most manufacturers simply build the cost of the CTA into their model and always have some sort of incentive. They simply rotate between incentives. For example, Dell would offer free shipping one week, and then free memory the next, and then a free printer the following week, and then rotate back to free shipping. All advertisers employ tracking mechanisms. The goal is to measure the campaign's effectiveness. There are lots of ways of doing it, including special telephone numbers, special URL addresses, discount codes, coupons, etc. Using the methods described in the module on metrics, you must calculate the results that you're getting and constantly look to improve your performance. Let's examine a few examples. The first is a company called Bowflex. Bowflex is an interesting example. When the company first launched their product, they placed it in retail in exercise equipment stores. Unfortunately, the salespeople at the stores had no motivation to actively sell an innovative solution. Customers were already familiar with the conventional weight systems that they offered, and it was easier to just sell them what they wanted. This leads to a death spiral. Sales begin as disappointing. The retailer uses their only advice back to the manufacturer and suggests that the price is too high. The reductions in price reduce potential profit and limit the manufacturer's ability to invest in advertising to make customers aware of the innovative nature of the product. Eventually, Bowflex decided to abandon retail sales and chose instead to use television direct marketing. It was highly successful. Certain categories do quite well on TV, and exercise equipment is one of them. They now use a three-step process where they run a short-form infomercial, and when the customer calls, they send a long-form DVD to further engage the customer prior to closing. The second example is a company called Liberty Medical Supply. It's a rather old company in the U.S. that focused on selling diabetic supplies through the mail to seniors. Their primary form of marketing was through what are called penny savers, which are the ad and discount sheets on newsprint that are located at the door of many supermarkets. Their sales languished at around $10 million annually. A friend of mine bought the company and changed one thing about it. He moved the advertising to television.
Don't worry, Grandma, I'll pay you back.
I don't mind waiting for some people to pay me back, but I never liked waiting for Medicare to do it. And now I don't have to, because I get my diabetic testing supplies from Liberty Medical. I don't pay a cent when I order, and Liberty files all the Medicare forms. Then they deliver my supplies right to me.
If you have diabetes, are 65 or over and on Medicare, call Liberty Medical, the country's largest Medicare...
His first ad was successful, but his second version used a relatively famous movie actor, Wilford Brimley, who was recognizable to the client base. And his sales quickly rose from $10 million to $450 million per year as a result of this one change.
Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley for Liberty Medical. I'm a diabetic. I know how serious this disease is, but I also know a way to help control it. Check your blood sugar and check it often. And Liberty makes that easier. If you're 65 or over, on Medicare and diabetic, call Liberty right now. They're the country's largest Medicare mail-order diabetic testing supply company, and they make things simple. They bring your supplies right to your door. Then Liberty bills Medicare and your insurance company.
Clearly, celebrity endorsements can have a tremendous impact on your direct marketing campaigns. Movie actors and other celebrities have noticed their ability to exploit their name recognition, and their agents are open and willing to use them for product endorsements as a way to supplement their incomes. Successful campaigns are not created instantaneously. They need to be tuned over many experiments. It takes patience to create a working campaign. In general, direct marketers reserve 15% of their media budget for testing, and the testing never stops. And that concludes this module on direct marketing. Thank you.